Welcome, everybody, to the
I'm Fat podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Frato's Culinary Kitchen. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jay Zawoski. And Jay, it's been a good week. We are through the first round of March Fatness, and I feel like not as many surprises as we've seen in the past.
No, it certainly is not resembling the actual tournament where there are a bunch of upsets and things going crazy. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been interesting. The feedback on the episode and on the brackets has been awesome. Everyone voting, it's been great. Thank you for everyone who's jumping on our Twitter account to vote at I'm Fat Pod. And we actually had, I think for the first time ever, a dead tie.
Yeah.
It had to be settled on Instagram. We're going to get to that as we recap the brackets and get ready for round 2 of March Fatness. But again, thanks for joining us. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button. We need to get to 1,000 followers so we can start making money off that website. Damn it. So follow us, youtube.com/I'm Fat Podcast. Even if you have no intention of ever watching us live, and who could blame you, please go there and just subscribe to the page if you can, because that would help us out big time. If you're just listening to the podcast, we appreciate you as well. You've been with us since day one. You're a ride or die, as we'll say, as the kids say. Make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're following, and make sure you leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Because remember, podcast fans, a 4-star review is basically a 1-star review. So if you like a podcast, even if they're imperfect, give them a 5-star review, and it will help them out a lot. What else we got? Anything else? Social media, Twitter,
Yes.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at I'm Fat Pod. Patreon is at I'm Fat Pod. We've got our TeePublic page, I'mFatMerch.com. Our new March Fatness design will come out. Our Onion Ring of Honor has to be updated once we get the winner. So stay tuned for that. And just a little teaser for next week. Some very important podcast news to be revealed next week. Nothing bad. I know last time I said podcast news to reveal and nothing bad. 24 hours later, the entire podcast changed.
Yeah.
But that was unexpected. That's not what's happening here. It is good news, I promise.
Yes.
So yeah, we can fill you in on that next week, but it's good. It's fun, and we're excited about it. So I guess we shall begin with the recap. Doesn't it make sense to do that first? That's why everyone's here.
Right. Of course.
So, Rick, I don't know if you go back and watch the YouTubes, but Micah put like a really awesome lightning graphic on the logo when we played this song last week. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, go back in and watch it. Thanks to our buddy Greg Henkin for the what is that thing called? The recorder version of
the musical stylings of Greg Henkin
of the NCAA basketball team.
All right. Well, I should start if we're going chronologically here.
Okay.
So let's go to the Jay Zawoski region.
Yeah.
Where the 1 seed, Garbage Can in the drive-thru, defeated Shamrock Shakes with 62.3% of the vote. Now, in this 8-9 matchup is where history was made. Of a dead heat, 452 votes, dead heat between Wingstop and edible cookie dough that ended up having to go to Instagram.
Yes.
So that we could break the tie.
Yes.
And it was about, what was it, about 60-40, give or take?
Right about 60-40. As far as I can tell, you can't go back and review poll results like precisely on an Instagram story. But at last check, and I checked like right before it expired, it was 60-40 in favor of Wingstop. So Wingstop moves on.
So Wingstop will take on Garbage Can in drive-thru in the second round. In the 5-12 matchup, All Things Gummy defeated Hey Dude Shoes with 70.2% of the vote. That will take on the 4 seed, Appetizers for Dinner, which had 84.3% of the vote over Thick Talk. That may be a sleeper for this region.
People got to get their algorithms fixed.
Yeah, right. They really do. Yeah, that's another one of those. Like, I think Thick Talk is in the gold bond category of if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Now I'm going with how I've worded these on Twitter, since you only have 25 characters.
Yes.
The 6 seed Vintage Chicago Bakeries defeated Generous Chipotle Scoop with 64.1% of the vote. That will take on the 3 seed Carnitas with 59.4% of the vote, defeating Gas Station Snacks.
Yes.
And the final match.
Sorry, important wording there. It's
Yes.
the existence of Carnitas. I know it's a character limit, but you got to be, it's specifically the fact that Carnitas exist. Not just Carnitas, but the fact that they exist.
Okay. So the existence
thank you.
of Carnitas. All right. And the 7 seed, the Little Debbie Snack Empire, defeated the Patio with 68.1% of the vote, and that'll take on the 2 seed Value Menus, which defeated Second Dinner with 65.1% of the vote. My thoughts on the Jay Zawoski region overall is kind of domination. A lot of domination outside of Wingstop and Edible Cookie Dough.
I think the problem with it, I don't know if it's a problem. It's my bracket. I do what I want, but I get very specific and sometimes very regional. And I'll also include things that maybe not everybody knows. Like, Hey Dude shoes are not a household name yet.
True.
But hopefully this podcast inspires you to go buy some, because they're incredibly comfortable. They're amazing. You don't have to bend over to put them on. You feel like you're walking on a cloud. Boom. What more do you need in life? I just don't think most people have tried Hey Dude shoes, so it makes sense.
Well, yeah, it's your bracket. You do what you want.
That's right.
So you got some quality second round matchups.
Yeah.
And those matchups are now we haven't actually talked about this. We might as well produce on the air.
Yeah, we always do.
So today will be the second round in your region and Charlie's region. And Tuesday will be the second round in my region and Addie's region.
Yes.
Then what? Wednesday we'll do the Sweaty 16.
That sounds right to me.
Cool. So it'll be Wednesday, Sweaty 16, Thursday, Elite 8,
ATE.
Friday, ATE, of course, and Friday, Flabby 4, with next Monday being the title match to see who joins the Onion Ring of Honor.
Yes. It's exciting. Like, it's really wide open.
It really, like, there's most years it's like, okay, we kind of got a good idea. Yeah. I feel like it could be any of a bunch of things this year.
It really can be. It really can be. Is it my turn?
No, let's go to the Charlie the Bacon Guy region, where the 1 seed Donuts defeated Recliners with 62.8% of the vote. It will take on The Big Show, which got 60.9% of the vote over Yokozuna.
It's bad. Yokozuna was way better than him. He just was in the worst era of WWF.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was the ratings era.
I have zero thoughts.
Yeah, I know.
An upset, at least in terms of seeding. The 12 seed Oreos, except Thins, defeated Bacon Jam with 73.8% of the vote. It's going to take on a real tough 4 seed Butter, which defeated Escalators / Moving Walkways with 70.2% of the vote. That's a titanic 4-5 matchup.
It sure as hell is. I could be is it possible to have a butter donut final? The way
it could be, that would be
final 4 before.
That would be a Sweaty 16 matchup.
Oh yeah. Well, it's gonna be interesting.
Make butter Oreos, Oreo.
Put some gold butter in between the two of them.
Yeah, exactly. Then it's just all encompassing.
Yeah.
The 11 seed Skillet Cookies defeated 747, the 2-time Fat Bear winner. That'll take on the 3 seed Tacos, which I think had the most dominating win of round 1, regardless of region. 93.2% of the vote over Snack Packs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's massive proportions.
Right. Like, you figured there might even be some like nostalgia factor through like watching Billy Madison or something, but apparently not.
I thought I was just Snack Pack.
And then the last matchup In the Charlie the Bacon Guy region, the 10 seed Elastic Waistbands defeated Skittles with 65.5% of the vote, and it will face the 2 seed Fried Chicken, which had 67.1% of the vote over Post Meal Naps.
Damn, that is one strong bracket.
It really is.
He kept it simple. He didn't overthink it.
Nope.
Yeah, I think us having done this 5 times, we try to get creative, try to overthink it.
Yes.
But yeah, some of the basics aren't in the Onion Ring of Honor, and they deserve to be.
It's true.
All right. On to the Rick Camp region. The 1 seed Cheese defeated Slip-On Shoes, 79.8% of the vote for Cheese. They'll take on the winner of the 8-9 matchup, Car Fridge, which had a 64% victory over Nikola Jokic. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. So Cheese and Car Fridge, that will be the 1 and the 8. Next, we have Tots taking down Shirt Tug with 67.6% of the vote. And that will face another. This one could make a run, Rick. Boxer Briefs with 74.5% of the vote over Jason Kelsey.
Boy, that's going to make updating the T-shirt very interesting if that ends up winning.
Put Andy Reid in some Boxer Briefs. Boom.
Yeah.
Beautiful. The 6'11", leaning on the grocery cart, which got a lot of love on social media, by the way. People love that one. 76.8% of the vote over Corn Kid. Oh, man, his 15 minutes are over. Sorry, Corn Kid. They'll take on Hoodies, who had a massive victory over Create Your Own Restaurants, 79.8% of the vote. And I think maybe this comes into our character limit situation.
Yeah.
Where the concept of Create Your Own Restaurant on paper maybe doesn't make sense to people. They don't know what we're talking about. But it's anywhere where you can build your food. Chipotle, PDs, whatever. You go down the line, make your food. So that's an understanding thing more than anything. All right, the 7-10. Here's the first upset of your bracket. Churros just curb stomp mesh chairs, 69.3% for Churros. So the 10 takes down the 7 and is up against the juggernaut, the 2 seed Air Fryer, with 68.9% of the vote there. And then we've got the 1 seed in the Addie region now. We're moving on to the Addie Zawoski region. I'm bad at this, Rick. You may have noticed. The 1 seed Meat on the Bone narrowly defeats the 16 seed Eating Other People's Fries on the way home, then giving them the less full fry box when you get back.
Yeah, character limit for the win.
So 51.6% of the vote goes to Meat on the Bone, up against the 9 seed Potatoes in All Forms, which beat Girl Scout Cookies. A little bit of a seeding issue here for me. I think Potatoes in All Forms should have been way higher.
Yes.
That's a rookie mistake. 70.4% of the vote. So Meat on the Bone up against Potatoes in All Forms. That's a tough one. That's going to be a barn burner. That might have to go to the gram too. You never know. The 5-12, the 12 seed Breakfast for Dinner took 74.5% of the vote against Variety Packs of Chips. That is Addie's favorite, the lifeblood of this house, the Variety Pack of Chips, but did not stand a chance against Breakfast for Dinner.
No.
And Rick's favorite, the 4 seed Peanut Butter M&Ms, with 71.9% of the vote over eating just the Oreo icing. The 6-11 Chicky Tendies, in all caps, had 77.6% of the votes over frozen Coke on a hot day. That surprised me.
Yeah, because, man, there are few things better on a warm day than a frozen Coke or some form of slushy.
Yeah, I thought Chicken Tendies would win, but I didn't think it would be 77.6% of the vote going to Tendies. That is crazy. The 3-14 Candy All the Time, with 59.4% of the vote, beat the 14 seed Sleepovers Equal Donuts for Breakfast. That's a pretty big win, 59.4% there. And the 7-10 Crumbl Cookies, more on them later, with 63.9% of the vote. That beat the 10 seed Kid Meal Comes with a Dessert. It's a nice perk.
Yeah,
that's for sure. But Crumbl Cookies just dominant. And then this one, I know this one really tore Addie apart. The 2-15, 2 of her favorite things in the world, whipped cream and chocolate chip pancakes. The 2 seed whipped cream moves on with 53.8% of the vote. But for a 2 seed, not great showing. Yeah. I mean, it was a tough 15, that's for sure. But yeah, I would have thought that whipped cream would have won out a little more than that, but
right, because it's versatile.
oh,
You know,
definitely.
you can put whipped cream on top of plenty of things and have it be a much better result.
That is correct.
Anywho, so as we mentioned before, voting in the Jay Zawoski and Charlie the Bacon Guy regions for round 2 starts today. So be checking at I'm Fat Pod for that. Make sure that you are voting in every matchup, that you click on the thread, and that you
Thread.
So yeah, so there should be 4 matchups per region. So just as a reference point for everybody. And tomorrow will be my region and the Addie Zawoski region. So that's exciting. There's so much going on though. We got a lot of stuff to get to.
Yes, there certainly is. I need to call people's attention to something
Okay.
real quick. But first, I want to tell everybody about our friends at Mazda of Orland Park, 8910 West 159th Street in, you guessed it, Orland Park. Love them. I got both of my cars from there. I got a CX-5 and a CX-30. Love them both. Micah got his first ride in a CX-30 yesterday. Enjoyed it very, very much. And it's not just, buying a car. You could kind of buy a car at any dealership, right? Walk in and, yep, they got the CX-30 at this other Mazda place too. So why would you choose Mazda of Orland Park? Well, it's the personal touch. It's the service. It's the fact that you walk in the showroom and they're not immediately up your ass yelling at you, trying to convince you to buy something. They're saying, hey, if you need help, let us know. In the meantime, take your time, look around. We're here to answer any questions you have. Then you buy the car, and the service is second to none. Absolutely outstanding service. A beautiful showroom, a great waiting area while you get your car done. They send you a video of all the repairs they're doing, so there's no shenanigans. They get under your car. They show you the undercarriage, so to speak, everything going on down there. They open the hood, show you everything going on in there and everything they did. It's great. It is transparent. It is affordable. It's awesome. Mazda of OrlandPark.com. Zoom Nation. That's what they call it. Yeah. I'm part of it because I am. It's a lot. It's great fun. So, Rick, this week, Hope and I went to Chipotle for lunch. We had an off day where we were home together for a while, which is cool. That's a cool part of my job. Home alone with my wife now and again.
Yeah, buddy.
So, went to Chipotle, and typically when we go to like an authentic Mexican restaurant, she will order al pastor. It is her favorite thing because she doesn't eat beef, which is, I know, but you have no room to talk anymore because
that's true.
Has her flaws too, aside from dating you.
Facts.
So El Pastor is her go-to when we go to like a real authentic Chicago taco place. Okay. So we walk in, and on the menu board there, they've got El Pastor chicken, which is 2 for $2 for her. And I didn't get it. I've been on a carnitas run big time. Like that's what I get at Chipotle now because I think it's really, really good. So she got it in a bowl, and when she ordered it, it was not like ready yet. So what they did was they had a whole, you know how they come out with the big tins of the freshly cut chicken. They took half of it, poured it in a bowl, and then brought it in the back, like the big rice mixing bowls they have.
Yeah.
They added like the marinade and all the stuff onto the chicken and then brought that half of the bucket out. I got to tell you, I was really impressed with it. I took like a couple pieces like off of her bowl and just tasted them without any sort of influence on them. Like no salsa, whatever. Authentic tasting, delicious. The pineapple came through without it being like overpowering.
Yeah.
Because I like pineapple on al pastor, but I know some people don't. And some taco places will they'll cut the al pastor and then bury it in pineapple. And I know that's not everybody's deal. But I was really impressed with this. And I got to say, like, historically, when Chipotle has tried, like they did like a carne asada, and they've done some other kind of experimental things, and it's been okay.
Yeah.
But nothing to really write home about. This is noteworthy. This is really good. And if it's worth it for them to maintain this, I think they should. Like, it should become a permanent menu item because it was tasty. And I'm gonna start making it part of the rotation for sure. I don't know how long it's here for, but if you're into that, make sure you get to a Chipotle and try it because it was good. And I like to see that. They always do try different stuff, but this is a little more different than like, oh, we splashed some lime on our steak this time, or we cut it differently.
Yeah.
This takes a little more effort than that. And it was terrific. It was really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be if I end up going to Chipotle soon, which is possible. The better half does like Chipotle a lot, so maybe we end up doing that, and I end up giving that a spin.
Yeah, no, it's good. Because I know it's not for everybody. Like the sweet meat is not something everybody likes. But if you like that, and if you've had traditional El Pastor, I would think you would for sure like this, because it's not my thing all the time. Like I'm very much into like the savory, salty, like give me steak, give me carnitas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really love the sweet meats, but from time to time I will, and they did it really, really well. I was super impressed with it.
Okay, so to stay on the fast food train,
yes,
I made a grievous error last week
in
not mentioning that we, as a podcast, a few weeks ago, brought up the Double Down. From KFC. Lo and behold, the Double Down is back.
The Colonel.
Yes, the Colonel listened to the podcast and was like, you know what? They are correct. The Double Down was fantastic. Let's bring it back. So you can get the Double Down and now may have a reason to actually go to KFC.
Can we recap exactly what the Double Down is for those who don't know? For the norms in the audience?
Essentially, think of a sandwich, but instead of bread, the bread is the meat.
Yes.
It is 2 chicken breasts, and then there is cheese in the middle.
Yes.
And that is the Double Down. It's simple.
Don't forget,
fantastic.
It also has bacon and a sauce. I don't know what the sauce is, but it's a sauce.
I mean, come on. 2 things of chicken, cheese, and bacon.
Now, this for me, Rick, bit of a fat fashion. I feel like I can't do this. Like it's a bridge too far. However,
not with that attitude.
How often have I ordered 2 chicken sandwiches? Every time I go for Wendy's or whatever, I get 2 spicy chickens. It's actually healthier than 2 chicken sandwiches.
Yes. Save on those carbs.
Yeah. I might have to do it for the sake of the podcast this week.
Yes, you should.
Yeah.
I know I can't. I pass KFC all the time.
Yeah, me too. Like, bye.
It's so weird. There's 3 chicken places like right in a row on Roosevelt.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if that's considered Villa Park or Lombard still, but like right by Noon Whistle, for those that know the area pretty well. It's like KFC.
The Colonel.
Oh God, what's the other one called? Okay, I forgot. Well, either way, there's more of like a local one in the middle, and then Popeyes. And the only thing separating the second one and Popeyes is I think it's a Midas. So within like a block and a half, you have 3 chicken places on one side of the street.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Lots of right turns. Speaking of Popeyes, the Glenwood Popeyes, not the Homewood Popeyes, separated only by Halstead Avenue.
Okay.
There was like a freaking shootout at ours this week.
Oh,
like an Uber driver came in and like an order wasn't ready, and we don't know who opened fire on who first, but apparently both sides did. Not great, but everyone's been fired, so it's fine.
Okay, good. Okay,
open fire at work. That is fun. Like, am I still gonna get my sandwich though, or
yeah.
I just got up from under this booth.
Right, it's a
I got order for chicken though.
Boy, I'm definitely not going to tell them that they forgot my apple pie now.
Yeah. Just be like, treat it like the soup Nazi on Seinfeld.
Yeah. Excuse me, I had 2 orders of beignets.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy. I just love anytime there's like a firework going off, and I'm sure this is everybody, like the neighborhood Facebook page, like gunshots. Oh my God, it was gunshots. There's actually like a gunshot shootout at our Popeyes, and everyone's like, technically that's Glenwood, so it's fine. Okay, fine. It's like across the street. Whatever. Fine. Whatever you do to feel better about the whole thing. Well, while we're on the fried chicken train and the junk food train, I tried something last night and I texted you about it.
Yes.
We had Micah and his family came over for dinner, which was great fun. We haven't seen them in a long time. So we've been like trying to make plans and it's been hard to pin it down. So you should know, like, his wife Leah and I are very similar where we don't want to do anything to upset anyone. Like we just want everybody to be happy. So it's like, oh, whatever, just whatever everybody wants, we can make happen. So I just threw it out there. Like, what about Wingstop? Right? We've got 7 people to feed. Let's do it. Everyone's like, yes, we're getting Wingstop. Good deal. So we did the 50 bundle, which 50 boneless wings, 2 large orders of fries, and then like veggies, and then 4 dip cups.
Right. So you and Micah were set, but what did everybody else eat?
Oh, I know. So, well, their youngest daughter, like barely eats. She eats like a bird. And then Addie and her friend ate a lot. And then it was actually the perfect order. Like we had like maybe 3 left total from like all 50. And I was kind of surprised. I'm like, is 50 enough? And then it was, because they're bigger. Like the boneless wings at Wingstop they're hefty. Right. So they've got these. I talked about the hot honey. Yes. That's out, which is incredible. It's great. I hope that becomes a permanent menu item. But they've got 2 new ones on the menu as well. And one is called, damn it, I should have looked this up.
It's a weird flavor name.
Well, yeah, damn it, I should have looked this up. That one's not as good. The one we tried is called Crunch Time. Sweet honey and zesty lemon combined in a fiery dry rub. Dude, that was excellent. Excellent. So this is a promotion for March Madness. Can we say that? Are we allowed to say the word March Madness if we're not selling anything? Sure. We're going to get sued. And then the other one is I'm trying to place an order online so I can just tell you what it is.
Okay. And then you're actually going to place the order anyway.
Yeah. Oops. Okay, here. The other one's called the Meltdown. Listen to this. Savory garlic tossed with bold Cajun seasoning and buttery Parmesan.
Yes.
I mean,
garlic parm and Cajun.
Oh, and there's another one. And someone wrote me about this on Twitter. Pure Mayhem. Their signature.
What's the thing from Ted? The weed strain.
Oh yeah.
Gorilla Panic or something? Is that something like that?
Yes. Yeah. Pure Mayhem. It's their fry seasoning on the wings.
Oh.
Someone yesterday and said they should do this. I'm telling you, this was not on the menu yesterday. Wow. This is like new today, or it just got back in stock. So there's 4 limited time ones now. The Meltdown, which is the savory garlic tossed with bold Cajun seasoning and buttery Parmesan. The Crunch Time, which is the one I had, sweet honey and zesty lemon combined in a fiery dry rub. Yes. The Pure Mayhem, which is the fry seasoning on the wings. And then the Hot Honey Rub, sweet honey and a fiery dry rub.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Wingstop continues to change the wing game. I'm sorry. They are by far, like, I had beat-ups this week and my B-hole was still recovering. I had it, Rick. We're recording this on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I had it Thursday for lunch and I'm still feeling the effects of it.
It's not good.
No, it's not good. And I had it, and then I went to Mariano's, and I was like, okay, I have a situation here. I have to get to my mom's house for an appointment. I'm pulling into Mariano's at 12:55, realizing that the pharmacy goes on break for a half hour at 1. But I've got an emergency. So I'm like, I got to fill the script before I go to the bathroom. So I'm like clenching at the desk. And the lady's like, it's good to see you. How are your parents doing? I'm like, fine. Everyone thinks it's good. I'm good. I don't have any. Can we please? I just want to check out. Like, here's my card. I'm like throwing my card at her. Like the things on TikTok where people are slapping the phone with their credit card. Yeah. Like, please charge me. Let me go. I was gonna like throw money at her and run, but I couldn't run. And we would have had to get a mop. But I made it. And then I rewarded myself with a trip to Crumbl Cookies, which my wife is still not forgiven me for. But it was a very hectic situation. I got the Lucky Charms cookie from Crumbl.
Yeah.
With sugar cookie with a marshmallow frosting sprinkled with Lucky Charms marshmallows. You know me.
Yeah.
In my marshmallow mind.
Yes.
It was outstanding.
Yes.
When do they reset the menu?
That's what I was wondering because you told me I needed to go this week
Yeah,
and I didn't.
I'm
'Cause
gonna
an
look.
idiot. I don't
Yeah.
know if it resets. I would hope Monday.
That would make sense, unless it's like, Sunday or something, which would be weird.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the menu here, looking at the map, trying to find it.
Mhm.
I'm smart.
Well, then again, I'm kind of screwed to get it because I have to leave town in a couple hours. So I did this to myself. I looked at how great the flavors are for this past week, and I'm not able to get them.
Okay, so as of the moment we're recording this, it's still available. So they've got the milk chocolate chip.
Yes.
The one I got is called the Mallow Creme. So inspired by the iconic cereal, rich with white drops, vanilla marshmallow frosting, and Lucky Charms marshmallow sprinkled on top. They also had cookies and cream.
That looked delicious.
Vanilla. You know what? This seems like a good situation to share the screen.
Yes.
The screen. So here you go. All right, now you can see it. There's the cookies and cream.
Oh yeah.
There's the Mallow cream,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't even know if that does it justice. Just incredible.
I'm such an idiot for not taking advantage of this when you told me this week.
Oh, I told you to run. Go right
I
away.
know.
That might have been about the wings, though. Either way, I told you to run somewhere. Mint brownie for those that love brownies with a minty zing topped with a chocolate ganache. Yep. The butterscotch chip,
Mm-hmm.
a sweet and smooth duo of butterscotch chips and flaky salt.
Yeah, buddy.
Sugar gold coin, some sweet vanilla smoothness with a chocolate coin on top. Don't spend it all in one place. And then they've got the mystery cookie, which you don't know because it's a mystery. But hot damn, that Lucky Charms one was great. And I could have done all of them. And I should have, but I was a little bit panicked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I got to make it up. We're going out that way, so maybe we'll stop at Crumbl on the way out there today and grab.
Nice.
So, yeah, it has been a fat week for me, buddy.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I had on Wednesday a different experience
Okay.
because for the Bulls Betcast that NBC Sports Chicago does, they do that every once in a while, and I was asked to be part of it this time, which was awesome. So it was on NBC Sports Chicago Plus. However, Fat Man being on TV brings forth a lot of problems.
Well, before you continue, you looked fine.
Thank you.
You're on a panel with tiny people.
Yes,
Like-
it was.
Mark Carmen
Mm-hmm.
was the second biggest person on the panel,
Right.
and I could probably like yeet Mark Carmen like a city block.
Yes.
He is a small person.
Yeah.
So I like Mark, but he's tiny.
Yes. Agreed. So it was not a winning battle for me in that regard, in terms of the other people I was with. However, had to go get a sport coat because, getting the suit was a big thing. Then
Yeah.
I needed a sport coat to be able to use the pants from the suit in another situation.
Yes.
So I did that. I went and saw my guy Dave over at the Men's Warehouse in Oak Brook, and he was awesome again. So tip of the cap to him. And so I get there, and my main goal in life, and if you look at think of how 4-person panels generally look on TV, where it's curved a little bit. I
Yes.
was all the way on the right, which is it's okay, but you're also more forward than other people, so you're going to look bigger anyway.
Yeah.
Then I was sitting next to Ariel Epstein, who is awesome. Great person. Love getting to meet her and chop it up, talking basketball, whatever. However, she's an extremely tiny person, especially in comparison to me.
Yeah.
I looked like a monster. Just in terms of pure size compared to her. So, and I've never done real TV before. I've done the one segment of sports feed before, RIP.
Yeah.
But to do a few hours, my entire goal in life, knowing not only Fat Man moving lots, not good. Fat Man wearing battery pack and lav mic can be problematic.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Also true. Also, those chairs are like leather and they make sounds.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't need anybody. I don't need for myself to have it make it seem like it sound like I farted
No.
just by the couch.
You probably did a couple times.
I actually didn't.
Good
I
job.
made sure that entire day to eat mild food.
Nice.
I needed
Yeah.
no situations to arise.
Mild Wingstop, mild Harold's. Yeah, good move. Mild
Yes.
barbecue sauce. That's just being prepared and being professional.
Yeah, of course. And so like I was sitting there, I got there first and I was just like sitting on set and I was like moving around a little bit and I was like, "Oh, this movement causes a noise.
Oh,
This movement causes a noise." So I'm like, my goal was literally the only thing that was going to be moving was my head and maybe my hands, and I succeeded
nice work.
in that.
How
But
long?
man,
3 hours?
it was the entire game.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was like, and we did a little bit of pregame. So yeah, it was probably 3 hours ish.
Any commercial breaks or anything?
Yeah, we took breaks along with the broadcast, the regular broadcast of the game.
Right. That's good. Dude, I don't know if you saw it, but when I saw your picture from on set and I saw his leather chairs, I think I wrote you leather chairs, run.
Yeah.
No. Sweat. I
Yes.
don't want to sweat for 3 hours.
By so this was my thought, and the lights. With TV, lights make it so much hotter.
Oh, I'm learning this too. I had to adjust my wardrobe on the CHGO set. We have like freaking floodlights on our set.
Yeah. So I was worried about that. So I actually just more ingratiated myself with it instead of going to like their prep room, which was much cooler to to do all my stuff before we started. I stayed on the set so I could get used to it. And by some miracle, I didn't sweat through the coat.
Nice. Good
Did I
work.
sweat through the shirt? Yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But not the coat.
Did you electrocute yourself with the lavalier mic? Because it got
No, I didn't touch a damn thing. Thank God there was a dude that came by, fellow fat, who just hooked everybody up, and I'd never had like the earpiece in.
Oh yeah, me
either. Yeah, so it was like the whole like wrapped around the back, and then it like went and it was in my left ear. So it was an experience, especially for fat reasons. Like the basketball part, I was actually okay with. I was like, I don't have to think twice about that. But the not embarrassing myself part, that was the thing.
Well, first of all, I think no one would notice but you, really, and me probably trying to look for fart sounds. But no, it was good. You're better off though on the side chair than the front chair.
Okay.
Because then if you're centered, it really kind of emphasizes your size. You got to be like Big Dave on the CHGO Bulls podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Dave brings a little portable air conditioner with him everywhere. From what I understand, there's like a little drawer that you can put ice in, and then the drawer that like fans him with cool air, and he has it on set with him all the time. It's tiny. It's like yay big, and he just has it with him all the time.
That's something I learned is how much crap people actually carry with them on set that they're just able to hide pretty well.
Yeah. No, that thing blends in. It's tiny, but it's in front of them the whole show. Look, leather chairs are a nightmare. That's why mesh chairs are in our March Fatness.
Right.
And also, the times I've been on NBC Sports Chicago, the chairs have not been the most comfortable. Now, you're a more normally proportioned person than I am. Like, your legs are not tiny. Mm-hmm. I always felt like I was like sinking into those chairs.
Well, that's what I was worried about. I was worried about that, but I actually was. These were very they were very hard chairs. Mm-hmm. So I was actually in favor of that because I was like, if this thing is like, I'm gonna be like morphing into the chair, and like the other three are just gonna be like, what happened to Rick?
Yeah, look, I'm gonna say if any television producers are listening, and God knows there's probably a couple, and maybe some of my CHGO colleagues, everyone would feel more comfortable behind a desk. Mm-hmm. Everyone, because you could put your computer down,
yes,
or your laptop down. You don't have to worry about the lower half of your body. You can turn in your chair and face people and talk to people. It's just a lot more convenient. Like you can lean, you know what I mean? Like you can get more comfortable. Like I love the set at CHGO. The chairs are comfortable. I'm able to put my foot up on a table. It's a very casual atmosphere, so it's okay. Yeah. But man, if we had a desk, that would be awesome. if we all sit behind a desk and like just chop it up that way in like a more casual manner.
Mm-hmm.
Like you and I couldn't do this podcast like from a couch.
No.
That'd be weird. Like we're sitting at our desk, we're in our offices, like just chilling out.
The shirt tugs above replacement. That was the other thing. I had people texting me. They were going to count my shirt tugs. Might as well get the button ready because it was Sam and Marty. We're both like, keep those shirt tugs to a minimum, jerk.
Yeah, they don't do anything. It's all for our own mental health.
Yeah, well, this one kind of.
Oh no! He just tugged his shirt. He's skinny. It was just the way his shirt was fitting.
Yeah. So at least I was good, and I waited till breaks to do it.
Yeah.
But there were times where like it would start to kind of like suction into a roll a little bit. So I'm like, let's just give it the old, because it's more of a dress shirt. It's like let's give it a little bit of the pull down. But I tried so much to like not just like don't do anything. Don't move your hands. Move your head because you got to look at either the screen or the person talking.
Look like you're alive. That's helpful.
Yes, but do not move the rest of your body. Apparently at one point, and it was probably just long enough for someone to take a screenshot of it, when I was resting my hands on my knees, apparently I only had my middle finger down. Didn't realize that happened. I'll send you the picture.
Yeah, I understand. I see what you're saying. That's I don't know. I think as you do more of these, you'll get more comfortable and not think about it so much. But I will say, whenever I'm on CHGO and I can see myself, if my gut looks big, I'll try to cover it with my laptop.
Okay.
Like adjust the what do you call it? Like the top of the laptop. I'll try to move it so it covers my gut shelf a little bit. There's only so much we can do.
Yeah.
I could just eat better and do some sit-ups, but no. I'll just block myself in shirt tug.
Yeah, we won't be doing that.
Yeah. I have one more thing for you. I have a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff I can save. So I know, two little things. I'll do the little thing first. Shout out to my buddy Mark, who recommended to me to, when you order your Shamrock Shake, have them do half Shamrock, half chocolate. Shout out, Mark. That was amazing. However, as you know, I'm monitoring my sugar, right? Trying to be better about my sugar. So I got a small shake from McDonald's.
Okay.
When I ordered a small shake on the drive-through board, it had a 39-cent small shake surcharge.
What?
And I said to the person, I go, what is a small shake surcharge? And they're like, I don't know. It just does that. I go, is it cheaper if I order a medium? And they're like, no, but there's no surcharge for a medium.
So is it cheaper?
I don't know the answer, but like, what is that?
That's weird.
If someone has to know, like someone listening has to know, someone has to work at McDonald's or has in the past, hit us up. I'm fatpod@gmail.com and try to explain this. I'm sure McDonald's isn't the only place that does it, but why? If there's a surcharge for a small shake, just charge 39 cents more for the small shake.
Yeah.
A separate surcharge. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. It was weird. So shout out to Mark for the recommendation. It was great. Try that if that's your sort of thing. And I had an old man moment this week.
Oh, yeah?
With the new dog and with the weather being what it is, and him still being a puppy, I need to get outside quickly sometimes. And there's a big pain in the ass, like putting on my boots or putting on my shoes, like pulling them on. So I finally gave in and ordered some Crocs.
Yeah.
First of all, they're freaking awesome, and I don't know what I've been missing. I got the lined ones, like with the, it's like got like fabric inside. They're great. They're incredibly comfortable. I've worn them in public 3 times already, so that's out the window. But the second I put them on, I sat down and dialed all my friends with a Facebook Messenger video. I pick up my phone. I'm like, am I Facebook message videoing everyone? I'm like, I am. The second I put on the Crocs, I aged 10 years and dialed my entire group of friends. So there you go.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, you got Crocs? Okay. Noted. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
They don't put that in the fine print.
No, you will become old if you do this. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So anyway, get your chocolate Shamrock Shake, pay that surcharge and know when you get Crocs, you're going to
Yes.
get old.
All right.
All right.
I'll save my other thing for next week. So
All right.
we got time.
All right. And we got a lot of Ask-A-Fats, so let's get right to it. Hey, it's Jay Zawoski from the I'm Fat podcast, reminding you to go visit our friends at Frato's Culinary Kitchen in Schaumburg, 628 South Roselle Road, FratosPizza.com, FratosBakery.com. Check out their website. Check out their Instagram at Frato's Pizza. There you can try the I'm Fat Burger, the I'm Fat Pizza, the I'm Fat Grilled Cheese. They've got the awesome giant mozzarella sticks that are a meal in themselves. Rick's favorite, the Cajun Bites. Everything there is absolutely fantastic, and don't sleep on their monthly specials. That's how the I'm Fat menu items got their start, and they were there to stay. But every month, Frato's is doing something special. You're not going to want to miss anything they do. And if you are a healthy eater for some reason, don't worry. Frato's has you covered. There is something for everyone at Frato's Culinary Kitchen. Use the promo code I'm Fat to save 10% off your online order at FratosPizza.com. Frato's Culinary Kitchen in Schaumburg. Go check them out. FratosPizza.com.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask a Fat is brought to you by our buddy Charlie the Bacon Guy, and here he is with this week's Bacon Report.
Thanks, Jay. This week we have maple pepper, jardinera, and Cajun bacon. Bacon jams are the original, the bourbon, the mango habanero, and the habanero honey. I still won't try the Malort bacon. I'm just not that anxious about it. I did test out a couple new recipes, sriracha bacon and 6-pepper bacon. You'll see some social media posts about that this week when I get to eventually slice it and taste it.
Yeah.
But still leave that Malort on the shelf. All the merchandise is available, and keep an eye out for a new t-shirt design. Should be coming soon. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
I think we made history. Is that the first Bacon Report recorded at a funeral?
I was going to say NPR Charlie over here.
You won't believe my sweaty balls. Yes. That was a very somber Bacon Report.
Right.
Sriracha bacon? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
6-pepper bacon? Yes. I've got the jardinera bacon. Incredible. Just placed a big order with Charlie. So I've got that. I got to make it yet. I haven't had a chance to make it. But I downed that honey habanero bacon jam. That was gone in like 2 days.
Yeah.
And I've got the mango or the pineapple, I got a couple others that I still have to take down. But hot damn, everything he makes is so good. And it's not just lip service. Get yourself some. Charlie the Bacon Guy at gmail.com. Charlie the Bacon Guy on Instagram. And make sure you're following his Instagram so you can see the processes of making this bacon. It's great. And CZ the Bacon Guy on Twitter. That's how you get in touch with him. That's how you order yourself some bacon. We've got one voicemail. If you'd like to leave us one, 708-858-3314. Put that number in your phone so when you have a fat moment, you can give us a call and tell us about it.
Hey, boys. It's your old pal Rambling Grimace calling because I just listened to your podcast where you were talking about Wingstop. So I'm in the middle of driving back from Texas. I wasn't sure if I was going to see a Wingstop. I did see a Wingstop. Anyway, my question is about Wingstop. Wingstop's menu has a list of like several different kinds of like specialty fries. Like I think there's a buffalo fry, a cheese fry, and like a Louisiana fry. I'm just wondering if you guys have tried those, if you can recommend any of them. That's my only question. Love the show. Keep up the great work.
So I have not tried any of their other fries. So the typical fries you get there are seasoned fries, and there's a little bit of a sweet seasoning to them. They're really, really good.
Yes.
They've got Louisiana Voodoo fries, which is cheese sauce, ranch, and their Cajun seasoning.
I love their Cajun seasoning.
Yeah, and I don't like ranch, but I think I would have those. And the Buffalo Ranch fries served with ranch in the original hot sauce. And they also have cheese fries. So I have not tried any of those.
No.
But I'm down. The voodoo fries sound great.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I had to blind recommend any of them, that would be the one, because I've had that Cajun. Like usually, well, now with all the new varieties, it's going to throw this out the window. But usually, if I were to get like 2 flavors, it would be lemon pepper and the Cajun.
That's so I'm with you. If you're ordering from the default menu, if you're, what do they call it in the Catholic Church? Like, is it not regular time? Whatever they call it, like when it's not Lent or it's not Advent, it's regular, whatever it is. If it's not a promotional item time at Wingstop, Cajun and lemon pepper are the way to go.
Yes.
Yeah. But the Cajun are using it like they know how good it is. And they use it on everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So would I.
Yeah, it's great. Oops.
What did you drop?
I'm always fiddling with things. I have a guitar capo.
Oh, okay.
Not be using my hands. Often during the show, I'm playing with a knife. I'm literally playing with like a
Are you doing the thing where you like put your hand out and you're like
no.
Okay.
So Rick, I went to hey, your video froze.
No,
I've not done that yet. Yeah, so Wingstop is great. We love it, as you know, and they've moved on in March Fatness. So get those votes in starting on Monday. All right, now it is time for the email segment.
Ask a fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the fats.
All right, we've got a lot here. So Rick, peruse the menu of questions. And let's just choose, where are we at on time here? Let me see. Let's choose like 4.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. And we got one from our buddy Lance Levine. And I'm going to do this one because it sounds fun. He says, my 3 favorite drops from any podcast of all time are the Colonel, the Bun. Now I can't do this as quickly as he'd like because I have to go through channels.
The Bun. Yeah.
And they're breaded from South Park.
They're breaded.
He says putting all 3 of those together creates the KFC Double Down.
That's true.
And because of the Double Down, those 3 drops in succession can become reality. So you're right.
They're breaded.
You've also got, hold on.
The Bun.
And then you've also got
the Colonel.
That's as fast as I can do it, Lance. I hope it satisfied you and I hope it scratched your itch.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. This one is from Adam in Alabama. Hey, Rick and Jay, I was listening to a food debate podcast the other day, and one of the guys mentioned he would gladly eat 3 Dunkin' Donuts for dinner, which prompted the other 2 hosts to exclaim, nobody eats more than 2 donuts in a sitting.
What?
I heard this and thought to myself, I must be crazy. I'm definitely a normie body-wise, but when I eat donuts, I eat 4 minimum. Am I just an abnormal normie? Or is the normal donut quantity 3 or more? Keep up the great work, Fats. Even us normies love the show.
I mean, I'll say this. The default order is 2. If I'm going through a drive-thru getting donuts, I'm getting 2. Like, that's just standard. So to say nobody eats more than 2 in a sitting is objectively false. Right?
Some of us choose 3 is the default.
Right. Exactly. Like, the standard is this, but sometimes I'll do more. For me, I got to watch the sugar a little bit. So I usually won't do 3 donuts, but I think most people, yes. Like any day that donuts come into work, people are having more than 2. That's for damn
Jay's
sure.
having 6 halves of donuts.
Hey, look, I have a donut. Ooh, put that in for March. I already have 3 entries for next year's March Fatness that I'm
half donuts.
No, office donuts.
Yes, that's good.
That one will be on there. All right, so I don't think 2 donuts is however you order to turn up your nose at more than 2. That's wrong.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's wrong. All right, we got one here from, as I scroll, got a quick one here from JP McGreal. He says, is a Baby Ruth bar just a payday with chocolate? No, it is not. A Baby Ruth also has nougat. I have had the payday with chocolate. Here's my official review. Meh. All right, that's my review.
Okay.
Here from Nikki and Franny, I want to do too. It says, hey, Jay and Rick. So on Wednesday, me and my fiance lost our pizza virginity. What? Oh, and we went to Los Angeles for the first time. We live in Crestwood, so it was just a 20-minute trip. Oh, shit. Thank you. Thank you. It was pretty crowded Wednesday night. Of course, it's amazing. So we parked on a side street, and as soon as we got out of the car, the incredible smell from those pizza ovens hit us, and we knew we were in for a treat. We were able to get a table right away, and we fired up a large sausage. Well done, per your recommendations. We got a basket of fries, and we also got some breaded mushrooms. Well, salad. The pizza had a nice crust and a nice sweet sauce. It was absolutely on point. Fries and mushrooms were on point as well. So we will be visiting there again. Our waitress was very sweet and very kind. Also, Jay, you would appreciate this. On the way home, we went west down 95th Street and then south on Cicero to Crestwood. All in all, we somehow caught every single green light possible, with the exception of the intersection at 95th and Cicero. This has to be some sort of record. That's true. That's winning the Southside Lottery right there.
The big question is, what do you get for winning the Southside Lottery?
Well, you get home in time to, make it. Not that that's a problem at Rosangeles, but
True.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. Just for clarity, I don't typically do well done at Rosangeles. I do well done at Aurelio's.
Okay.
A lot of people do well done at Rosangeles. I think just the way they do it is perfect, but a lot of people do it well done, so it's fine. But my default is just a sausage pizza. That's it. Very simple. But the Rosie special is delicious. Everything there is amazing. But I just go, if it's just me, I just get a plain sausage pizza and call it a day with a side of fries. It is perfect. It is. If I have to choose a last meal, that's what it will be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll do one more here before we get out of here.
Yeah.
This one is from Sammy. Said, hey, you guys, Rick, I kind of think your mishap was not all your fault. Bear with me. I do 99% of the shopping at my house. One, because I'm retired, and two, my wife has never looked at a price tag in her life. She actually went to Woodman's one day. She said to text her if I need something. I text her toilet paper. I usually buy the cheapest one because, hey, it goes down the toilet anyway. She came back with some Scott's multi-ply toilet paper. Since I have used it, Since I have used it, I have to plunge my toilet about once a day. When I use my cheap toilet paper, I might have to plunge like twice a year. So to you, my friend Rick, what kind of toilet paper did you use during your adventure?
Do we need to recap your adventure for those that may have missed the episode? Should you give the short version?
Yeah, I'll get the TLDR version.
Yeah.
Ate lots of Mexican food at Sam's parents' house. Had to poop. Toilet was clogged. It was a process.
Hold on. Just for clarity, you said toilet was clogged. You clogged the toilet. You didn't.
Sorry. That was unintentional. Yes. Clogged the toilet. Took a while to get the situation rectified.
Yes. Someone shared this wonderful image in our fan page, and it just delighted me. Taco Bell Fiesta strength toilet paper, which I wish was a real thing.
Right.
But if you're not watching on YouTube, youtube.com/I'mFatPodcast, and you can see the fake Taco Bell Fiesta strength Scott's toilet paper.
That's awesome. I do not know what type of toilet paper it was because it was not my house.
You know what never clogs, Rick?
A
bidet.
Okay.
It's the greatest thing in the world. I love it.
Why wasn't it in your March Fatness bracket?
Shit. All right. Hey, all right, it's in there. I got 4 done already. It's great.
Okay. For the record, at my house, I use the Charmin Strong.
The strong, yes. The soft. If you want butt crumbles, get the soft.
Oh my God! All the time. Yes, the soft is the worst.
Yes.
By country mile, and I don't need like the 6 times. Get your 6 times out of here. Don't need that. Don't want the 1 time. That's a problem. 2-ply or the 4. I think usually it's like the 6, like the 12 equals 48 is the pack that I get of the Charmin Strong. That's my default.
All I need is a little bit of grit and some strength. I need it to get the job done. I don't need it to be soft. I need it to get the job done. Because my parents have this like bullshit Charmin.
Yeah.
And it's like my ass looks like dandelions when I'm done. I just want this stuff off me. I just want it off me.
Right.
Like, give me something with a little bit of grit that my finger's not going to pop through during the process. And I'm
That's a big one.
Yes. My God. I don't need like a freaking cloud. I want to get it done. Industrial. Fiesta strength. Let's go.
like the old paper we learned to write on that like still had the chunks of wood in them.
Yes, that will get it done. Like the equivalent of the Dr. Squatch pine tar bar in toilet paper form. That's what we need. Yeah,
exactly.
Give me some grit, damn it.
On that note, follow us on all of our social media at I'm Fat Pod at gmail.com. Check out the Patreon if you like. I'mFatMerch.com for all of our merchandise or any of our merchandise you want to get off of TeePublic. We get a little bit of a kickback. YouTube.com/I'mFatPodcast. Subscribe and also like the videos. That helps us out, whether you watch them or not. Just do us that solid.
We need that, please.
Yes. Subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe to the regular podcast feed. Rate and review it as well. 5-star review, please. That would help us greatly. And remember, at I'm Fat Pod for voting on the Jay Zawoski and the Charlie the Bacon Guy regions today on Monday. My region, the Addie Zawoski regions on Tuesday. Sweaty 16 after that. Elite 8 ATE after that. Flabby 4 on Friday. Title game on Monday, the next Monday, for who gets in to the Onion Ring of Honor. All right. And then our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, Frato's Culinary Kitchen. So for Jay, I'm Rick. This is the I'm Fat Podcast.
I hope you have a fantastic day.